Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? So hello and welcome back to Over 60 Glam with me, Angie. I want you to think about what you do when you look in that mirror every day. Do your eyes immediately look at the things that you do not like about yourself? We're really good at that, aren't we? So today's going to be a little different. We can overlook those 5 beautiful things and we can go and look at that one thing that we don't like about ourselves in about 3 seconds, right? So today we're doing exactly the opposite. I want to teach you 5 ways to best emphasize the features you love about yourself. These are the things that professionals do when we're doing makeup, hair, color, and clothing. And here's the important part. You get to decide what your best features are. Maybe it's your eyes, maybe it's your smile, maybe it's your cheekbones, maybe it's your hair, maybe it's your broad shoulders, or maybe it's those sexy legs. We're not going to try to fix you today. What we're going to do is we're going to learn how to direct attention to those things that you already love about yourself. All right, so number 1, we're going to use color to make your eyes stand out. So let's start with one of my favorite tricks called color theory. If you want your eyes to stand out, you don't necessarily need more eye makeup. What you need is the right and the best colors for your eyes. Colors that contrast with your eye color can make your eyes appear much more noticeable. So for instance, blue eyes, try warm bronzes, coppers, peaches, and warm browns. Whereas green eyes really pop with plums, berries, mauves, and reddish browns. And for brown eyes, you are very versatile. Bronze, gold, plum, and even certain blues can be beautiful on you. Now, please don't hear blue eyes and orange are complementary colors and show up tomorrow with 2 giant orange eyelids and tell everybody, Angie told me to wear orange, or Angie told me to wear a crazy blue. We're talking about the principle behind all this. So sometimes just a little warmth in your eyeshadow or your eyeliner is enough to make your natural eye color become the star. So instead of asking yourself, is this eyeshadow pretty? The question you should really ask is, does this make my eyes look prettier and stand out? There's a big difference. All right, so number 2, learn where to put the eye, or learn where the eyes go naturally. Here's something useful and in makeup and in clothing. Our eyes are naturally attracted to things that stand out to us. Color, contrast, light, shine, pattern, and detail. Once you understand that, you can use it intentionally. Do you love your smile? A beautiful lip color can direct attention right there. Do you love your eyes? Bring your contrast definition around your eyes and poof, they pop. Do you love your face? Wear a beautiful color near your face or a great pair of earrings. Do you love your waist? Create definition right there. Show off that little waist. How about those sexy legs? Let me tell you, if you create visual interest where you love your parts the most, it's amazing. Think of it this way. Where you put the interesting thing is where most people look. So giving the eye a little roadmap is really all you're doing. So let your hair frame your best features. This is something your stylist can do. Hair isn't just something sitting on top of our heads. Really, it's the frame around our face. And where that hair has movement or brightness and volume, it can really change the features that people notice about you. A fringe can emphasize beautiful eyes. Movement around the cheek area can bring attention to those cheekbones, and brightness around the face can draw attention towards your complexion and also to your eye color. Volume can change the visual proportions of the entire hairstyle. So instead of only asking your stylist, what haircut would look good on me, try asking your stylist, how can we use my hair to emphasize my best features. That completely is a different conversation. And it's one that is when it's one of the reasons for copying someone else's hairstyle doesn't really work, because you're not her and it's not your face. You really have to find what complements you. You're framing your face, your features, your best qualities. So, number 4, use your clothing and your accessories the same way. The same principles apply below your neck. So let's say you love those great shoulders, or you maybe love your neckline, and you want to emphasize those. If you love your waist, you might choose clothing that creates definition and draws attention there. If you love your face and you want people to notice that, put your strongest color, a complementary one, and an interesting neckline, scarf, or jewelry near your face, and that's going to draw their attention to your beautiful face. And here's something you can actually try at home. Put on a very simple outfit, look in the mirror, and then go back and add one interesting element, maybe a necklace or some earrings, a brighter color, a belt, maybe even a jacket. And then step back and look at where your eyes went. That's really the lesson. You don't need 20 interesting things happening all at once. That can be way too busy. All right, so this brings me to number 5. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a star. This may be one of my favorite things. Everything doesn't have to compete for the same attention at the same time. That's way too busy. Think about your overall look and ask, what's the star? What am I going to emphasize today? If you're wearing something fabulous, statement earrings, maybe you don't need a huge necklace or something to compete with those earrings. If you're wearing a gorgeous, bold print, everything else can be a little quieter. If your eyes are the star of your makeup, maybe your lips and other things don't need to be fighting for the same attention. That's really what works the best. When everything is shouting, we don't really know what to look at. If your eyes and your lips and your necklace and your earrings and everything's going, look at me, that's really not a polished look. So a polished look is just doing a little bit and making that one thing the star. All right, here's the part I really want you to remember. For years, women have been taught to stand in front of the mirror and ask questions like, how do I hide this? Or how do I cover that up, right? How do I make this look smaller? And yes, sometimes we want styling tricks for these things. There's nothing wrong with that. But tomorrow, I want you to do something completely different. I want you to ask these questions. What do I want to emphasize? What is the star of today? Start there. Choose just one feature you genuinely like about yourself. Then remember what we learned today. Color, contrast, light, detail, and knowing where you want the eye to go. And then step back from the mirror. And I mean step back, ladies. Take a really good look. Where do your eyes go? We don't need to be 2 inches away from a magnifying mirror ever. That is only going to make us upset, and it's not going to show us the true look. So look at the whole woman from head to toe. What do you notice first? Where do those eyes go? Because glam isn't about creating a completely different woman. What it is learning how to bring out the very best features in the woman who's already right there in front of you. And I think we spend way too much time talking about what women should hide, cover, correct, and change. I'd rather teach you how to recognize what's already beautiful about you and know exactly how to emphasize it. So this week I have just one question for you. What's your best feature? I'd love to know. And don't dare tell me that you don't have one, because we all do. Just pick one. Okay. Then I want you to do something you've learned today and make it the star. What is that going to be? And if you've learned something today, share this episode with a girlfriend. We're gonna keep learning together having some fun and getting better at this whole glam thing along the way. And I'm sorry, my dog is going crazy. So anyway, I'll see you next week. And as always, have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you later, Gator. Bye.